Hi, this is Jonathan Rosenhead, Jerusalem psychotherapist. This week's Torah and Psychology post, Pasha's Bay, is titled "Learning from Mistakes." Because we have to ask, why does Paro not learn from his mistake? He goes through the same vicious cycle again and again through the Makkos, where he suffers, he asks for the Makkah to be taken away, he then accepts that the Bnei Yisrael can leave, he then retracts his word once the Makkah goes away and the suffering then comes back again. So why does he not learn from his mistakes? In the words of the Or HaChaim, is there really such a fool in the world that would make themselves go through such hardships or place their life in danger? And therefore, as Or HaChaim says, there must be that there was some logic that was contributing towards the Paro's foolishness. So what was this logic? He was told by Moshe that Hashem wants to take out the Bnei Yisrael for 3 days. And this message can be interpreted in two ways. Either that Hashem indeed only intends to take out the Bnei Yisrael for 3 days, or that he really wants to take them out forever, and it's not in his power. He doesn't have enough power to do so, and therefore he must use subterfuge and trick Paro by saying that he only wants to take them out for 3 days. And Paro's faulty logic is that he thought that Hashem wants to take out the Bnei Yisrael forever, but he's not strong enough. And therefore Paro said, I'm wiser, I'm stronger, I can play this game, I can play a game with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and I can win. It doesn't matter how long the game takes, it doesn't matter how many times I lose along the way, I can hold out, and I can win in the end against HaKadosh Baruch Hu, because I am stronger and I am wiser. And this was the faulty logic that contributed towards Paro's foolishness and meant that he was not able to learn from his mistakes. And we see this when people make mistakes again and again. Sometimes they have this logic that makes them feel that they know better, that they are wiser, or that they come up with excuses to try to remove any accountability to themselves, that they blame other people. And this is seen in research, especially focusing on medical errors or medical ethics. We see that the research talks about this culture of not taking responsibility, or a culture of not taking accountability for one's own failings. The research shows that doctors are inclined to believe that they are right, that it's not their fault, they didn't make a mistake, that they know better. And the research that looks at how people take responsibility for their failings, it has a term which is called the locus of control. The research says that if a person has a strong internal locus of control, then they attribute the failings to themselves. But if they have an external locus of control, then they will blame other people for their own failures. So there's this expression of learning from mistakes. And perhaps we can ask, do people really learn from their mistakes? Because what the research suggests is that it's not that we learn from our mistakes, it's that we learn from our successes, that it's through a process of repeatedly trying again and again and again and gradually perfecting what we're trying to do that helps us to reach the point that we no longer fail. Yes, a person makes mistakes and we need to identify these mistakes, but if a person repeats the same mistakes again and again and again, they are just reinforcing the same mistake. They need to identify where they are making where they are erring, and they need to try to gradually perfect what they're doing over a course of time it gets better and better, and then we can say that a person doesn't learn from their mistakes, they learn from a gradual process of perfection. And Paro did not do this. Paro just repeated the same mistake again and again. And this was his mindset, this faulty logic that influenced him to be able to continue to hold on to believing that he knew better. Because after all, a person's success is based on their mindset. Have a great Shabbos and keep well.